Hi and welcome to my channel where we try to implement our own programming language, and in today's tutorial we are going to try to extend our functions into a new level. As you could remember from the last video, we add three functions, mathematical functions: round, floor and sail, to do a roundation for the number. And as you can see, we always use parentheses to call upon our function, but I want to bring this a little further. If we only have one argument, we will not need to put any parentheses. So let's try to implement it. And over here we go to arguments, we put a value, open up our post process, and we will need to return an array, and we will need to put our v0, meaning the value, right inside of it. As you can see, now it works. If we add something else next to it, that will be counted as a separate input, not part of the function itself. So let's now try to implement more flexible functions for our language. We'll add sqrt for math square root. We'll have po, and as well it's gonna be math po, and we will also add a way to work with strings. We will have a join function. Let's make it a method and array separator. We'll try to make type conversion as easy as possible. So let's first check if array is array, and we pass our argument over there to see if it's an array or not. If not, we just throw an error, array is required. Otherwise, we check if array length equals 0, we return an empty string. Otherwise, we pass through our array with array method map, and we'll use a little simple trick to make anything turn into a string. Any single item inside of this array will turn into a string, and we'll return array join. And let's check if our separator is not undefined. Then we will return, we'll use the same technique, we'll return the separator to make sure that it's a string. Otherwise, we'll return an empty string. Now this one will not work because our function is always it always returns number, and we work only with numbers. So let's try to change that. We'll accept v, l, and reject over here. Let's close this up, not to forget later. So we will check if type of v0 equals number, then this function fits us and we will return our v0. Otherwise, we'll just return reject, which will just reject this part of the code without throwing any errors. So we copy up the same thing and put the same thing for our strings, and we change the type to string. Okay, we broke something. Let's see what it is exactly. I put somewhere an additional brace, curly brace. Let's see where it is. Oh, here you go. No, not here you go. I also miss it somewhere else, and let's find it. Yeah, right here. So join, and we'll have hello and world. We have hello world. Why not to use just plus sign as we already implemented? Just because now we can also add numbers, we can add arrays, and this will work absolutely fine. But with the plus notation that we implemented, this is not going to work with arrays or numbers. So lastly, what we can do is we can also add a little function for checking the length of the item. We will have, let's make it a method, and we'll get an item. Let's put a comma over here. So if type of item equals string, return item length. If array is array item, we will return item length again. Otherwise, we'll throw an error. Let's check this last one out. And we also forgot to add this little tricky thing to our arrays. This will not work for us because array is not a separate data type in JavaScript. It's an object with some specific methods, and array is array will get our v0, and if this works, then our function turns into an array. So we'll check length and 0, 1, 2. This returns 3. Let's check for the string. Hello, this has exactly 5. Okay, awesome. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to my channel if you liked it, and see you.